Chancellor Patton, President Gertler, Dean Macklem, incredibly proud parents, honored guests, and of course, most of all, the members of the 2019 graduating class of Rotman Commerce at the University of Toronto. It's an absolute privilege for me to be here today. As you heard, I'm a proud alum, and it's such an extraordinary circumstance to receive this award from such an internationally renowned and esteemed, distinguished institution. You heard I'm a grad from Arts and Science. My husband's with me here today. He's actually a grad from Commerce and Finance from a long time ago. But he shares your joy, as do I, because we both graduated, excuse me, right here in Convocation Hall. And whoever would have thought that a young girl from Oshawa, with little in the way of role models or actual opportunity, would someday stand on this stage and have the chance to share this amazing day with all of you. That is the magical and transformative power of education. Look where you came from, look where I came from. Think where you are going. Rotman has not only changed your life, it will help change the lives of those around you, in the communities where you live, and in the organizations where you will work. Never lose sight of the powers you now possess. They will help you create the world you want to build. Indeed, your generation is faced with a very unique set of challenges. New and emerging technologies are changing the way we live, and indeed, are disrupting the way we make a living. Our aging population, of which I am certain to become a member, is placing greater strain on limited public resources. A revolution in renewable energy is propelling us towards a low-carbon future. And a new age of innovation has the potential to solve big problems and make our world more accessible and more equitable. None of this is certain, of course, for good or for bad. You see, you can't count on things to happen. It's up to you to go out and make them happen. That's been my experience in the business world, where, as you heard, I've had the privilege to serve in many capacities for outstanding Canadian and international companies, first as CEO at Four Seasons, now as chair of the board of the Royal Bank, and as a director for many corporate and not-for-profit boards. So from these many vantage points, let me share just a couple of key lessons I've learned over the course of my career, in the hope that in some small way, they will help you with yours. I say first, surround yourself with a network of people who think you can be better than you think you can be. I've learned time and time again that success in business and in life is a team sport. It's crucial on your leadership journey to never lose touch with what it means to be a great team player. The best leaders in the world surround themselves with the best people. So don't be afraid of really strong and talented people. Network with them, connect with them, listen and learn from them. Seek out views that are opposed to your own. Diversity of thought drives innovation, creative thinking, and growth. Most successful leaders weren't born with an ability to work the room or to lead a large team. All of that takes a lot of time and practice. And most important, some courage, particularly for those of us who might be introverts. My advice to you, find friends at work and partners in life who can help to propel you forward, take the nervous edge off new ventures, help to open doors for you, and most importantly, to pick you up when you are down. Just like in Rotman Commerce, there will be no substitute in life for a supportive village on this next phase of your leadership journey. My second piece of advice is to fully invest in your ability to lead effectively. When I was a kid, my dad used to say, you know, asking people to do as I do is a lot easier than asking them to do as I say. So a rule in my life has never, ever been to lead through the power of position, only through the power of example. True leaders should not be viewed as bosses. We should be seen as coaches, mentors, advisors. True leaders are inclusive, visible. They understand the needs of those around them. Most importantly, successful leaders always treat people with deep respect. At Four Seasons, our most senior leaders adopted a code of behavior revolving around the golden rule. But it also applied, it was a principle that applied to our guests first, of course, creating that now famous just for me approach to highly personalized customer service. But it also applied to the way we ran our business, treated our partners, our investors, and most importantly, each other. It wasn't a creed or a motto that was on a poster or in a company manual. It really did become the basis upon which we as leaders made very important decisions, including the all-important decisions of who could stay and who would need to go. That in particular sent a clear message to everyone around us that we were very serious about our golden rule values and that they could trust us to do the right thing for them and for our customers. This leads to my final piece of advice, which is that character counts. In the early years of my career, I was the chief negotiator at Four Seasons, establishing business relationships with our development partners all around the world. And in those days, virtually every one of them was a man. In some cases, my presence was not terribly welcome. On one occasion, I recall a colleague who was none too happy about the fact that I would be sent to a far-off land to negotiate a business deal on something he'd been working on. Rumor had it on this deal that success would come down to who could shout the loudest. Not exactly my style. So who would do the negotiating? My colleague asked my boss. Thankfully, his response was that I would. Partly that was because we didn't have anyone else. But after a number of successful days of negotiating, we concluded a really good transaction. I didn't change my style or my approach. I simply acted always according to my values, being fair and respectful, listening intently to the needs of my soon-to-be lifetime partner, and ultimately confident that I was doing what was right for Four Seasons. A very Canadian approach, if I do say so myself. You see, to succeed in a global business, I had to develop my own brand of personal authenticity, which has often been described as determined but open-minded, thoughtful yet decisive, strong but sometimes wrong. So as you venture out into the world, be fearlessly authentic and be passionately true to the values you hold dear. In closing, just one final thought. Tuition and textbooks may now be a thing of the past for you, but I hope teachable moments will always be present in your life. And why shouldn't they? You are leaving this campus for a much larger classroom. Many more lessons will come, some of them the hard way. But the marks they leave will make you better and stronger. For me, my classroom was everywhere I went: Bali, Boston, Baku, Beijing. But regardless of the environment in which you find yourselves leading in the future, remember that you only stop growing when you stop learning. So make this your mission. Keep asking questions, reflect and rethink, challenge and be challenged. Be confident in your own convictions, but don't demonize those who disagree with you. Continuous learning will help you become a great leader. And this is exactly what we need each and every one of you to do. This is your time to make a mark, a big mark on the world, and we will be better for it. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you again for the great honor that you have done me today. Enjoy the wonderful day.